Hey folks, how you doing? One tired shout out Papa Joe here. Did approximately 600 miles. Got 3 drops off, had to tailgate 2 of them. I'm sitting here in El Paso, might as well call it El Paso. 9 miles from my final in the morning. Sitting here at the Petro. They got a chapel. Theirs is closed right now. I told the person earlier that I would answer their question in the video. Excuse me. They're fixing to go to school. Christian man, I think it was. And he was asking about keeping the faith out here, going to church, what you do, and all this. And I'm not that good at that typing, especially on that phone. I know I got to take some pain pills for my back. Been a rough day. Alright. This could get a little drawn out on you. I'm going to be talking about the face, so I know a bunch of you going to run. Yeah, it used to be that you could go in these truck stops and they had a billboard. You could go to that billboard and there would be a couple of churches on there that would advertise to come pick you up. You can't hardly find a billboard anymore, much less any of the churches advertising. A lot of the big truck stops, Petros, TAs mostly, a few of the Flying J's, a few of the little mom and pops, they will actually have a chapel. Some of them are in the TV lounge. If that's the case, you can usually see a sign somewhere about it. Hold on. Back's killed me tonight. Like I said, I tailgated, I don't know, probably 15 ton. That's hard on old fat man. But like this TA, they have a trailer outside. Truckers Chapel. They're out of Jackson, Florida, Georgia, I believe. I know Joe. He's a pretty good guy. Old truck driver. There's a few of them that still stay open all but 24 hours. Used to be a lot of them. The faith out here is something hard to find. There's one in, what is that, Terrell? At a TA just outside of Dallas. They have services, a Bible study every night. I used to stop by there. That was a good place. But yeah, there's some chapels around. Once you find one of them, they usually got a little guide in there that you can get that will tell you all the truck stops around that has their kind of chapel. Chapel service in a truck stop's a little different than you're used to. It ain't all bad. It's usually local folks that are supporting it and working it. Some pretty decent folk. I had 2 or 3 good chapel chaplain friends that was on my phone. If you'll go back through some of my archives, you can find where I was talking about it. I had a pretty good network out here in the day. Then this world of technology started taking over, and it's really hurt everything. It's hurt they call it social media. I call it social killer. But nobody's sociable anymore. Everybody's stuck on their social media. You can get into some different groups on the internet. I'm in one that's called Studying the Word. It's a fairly decent group. Not near as much activity as I would like. But then again, I'm as guilty as everybody else having other stuff to do. I'm not on there that much myself. Glass houses, right? So I don't want to throw stones. I'll just throw little pebbles. I normally do a video post in there every Wednesday night. That's my night. Somebody's usually, and it's usually Chip, has got a Bible study going of some kind. There are a number of them in there that all you got to do is go in there and start reading. If you want to comment on something, comment. Now, I don't know where you're at in your walk. If you think you're a teacher type and have a word to share, that's a good place to share your word. If you want to just read and make comments, well, that's a good place for that. If you want to just read and don't say nothing, you got plenty of company, because we got several that do that. It requires a little bit of extra effort out here, and it depends upon what you're wanting to do. If you are into sowing seeds, then I can tell you what not to do. Don't begin on that CB and trying to spread the word. All you do is create more hate for God. It don't work. I've heard plenty of them. There's plenty of them on there that make me mad at them. They won't shut up, you know, and that ain't the way to win somebody over to God. I've tried giving out CDs and Bibles and all that, pamphlets, different stuff out here over the years. I was into that real big there for a while, and I can tell you that don't work too good either. They're really not receptive of it. I was one of them that was leaving pamphlets and CDs at truck stops. I did that for a while. I do not understand why the industry is not more receptive to God than they are, but then again, the whole country's fallen away from him and are not receptive to him. And it's very easy to get led astray out here. It's very easy to get distracted. It's very easy to get into what you're doing, your job, and all that, and start straying from your walk. So you're going to have to concentrate on it. You're going to have to work at it. You're going to have to find your walk out here, and it will change. Check with your local church, whoever you're going with. There's several churches that have good online Bible study programs. I know a few people that have done that. It's not impossible to keep the faith out here and keep your walk going. You just have to find what works for you. Now, for me, I do my videos on here. Now, I'll tell you now, my videos on here, my Christian videos, are the least watched of all of my videos. But they're there. That's my way of sowing the seed, spreading the word. I make them available. There they are. People either watch them or they don't. It's that simple. And that Studying the Word group, that's a Facebook group. I do my Wednesday night videos in there and throw in an extra one once in a while. But that's just my way of doing it. You have to find your way. Start your own group, your own Facebook group. Been there, done that. I was very disappointed, but that's in a video. If you want to know about that, go look up my videos. I ain't sure how many of them I have in Simple Word of God, but they're there. Go watch them. Start something like that of your own. I make it a point out here when I'm talking to people, like I just had dinner in there, if that's what you want to call that slop. And gentleman I was talking to at a table across, when I went to leave, I told him, God bless you, brother. Be safe out there. I like to throw in there the God blesses and little things like this that would at least make them think about God. I tell them about my YouTube channel. So, and let them know that there's a little preaching of the gospel on there if they want to go hear it. So, you can share my YouTube. I don't care. You on my channel. Tell people about my channel. It requires some work out here, I'll tell you that. Now, I don't know how much of it is the industry and how much of it is me. Last few years have been pretty hard on me. And I have my own attitude. And I'm not into sharing the word near as much as I used to be. It's, I don't know, it's kind of hard to really explain it. It ain't like I don't care, but I'm not pushy at all anymore. Especially since I started this channel. This channel here is seen in over 100 countries. And I got like 1,400 subscribers. Small handful of them wait on Christian videos. It is what it is. This probably ain't been a whole lot of help to you, but I can tell you it's a changing world out here in the trucking industry, and ain't nothing the same as what it is. And I can't say that I have a real good grasp on it, because it hasn't been the path that I've been following out here. I've been doing my own thing. I've blazing my own trail, my own path. Back in the day, I could have turned you on to some real good truck stops chapels. Nowadays, I hardly even stop at those truck stops. It's a rarity that I even stop at a petrol like this. I usually hit my loves and fuel, and I'm camped out at my shipper or receiver. For personal reasons, I stopped at this one tonight, just for the heck of it. If you have some good Christian friends in your church, your old place of work, your neighbors, whoever, you need to be talking to them and see if you can set up a network with them where you can talk a little bit of Bible study with them. For the longest time on my Facebook wall, my personal one, it was before I had the Simple Living with Papa Joe Facebook wall, I had probably about 8 good friends and family that we did Bible studies right there on my wall. That got to be real good. That got real interesting. That was good times. Learned a lot. I had people from several different religions. I had people from literally from NASA engineers down to a janitor. And everybody had good input on stuff. I had them from every level of walk of faith. From rookies, which I was still a rookie at that time, I was a babe, all the way up to a couple preachers. And we definitely had some good times. Talk to some of your family and friends and see if they'll do that with you. That can be quite interesting. If you go getting that set up, let me know. We'll see about getting me on your friends list. I'll gladly join in on one when I have the time. That's another thing out here. With the running that you're going to be doing, it's going to be hard on you to have any set scheduled time to do anything. That's one of the issues with my Wednesday night post, is that they can't count on me to have it up by 7 o'clock Eastern time. I have to make it up a day or two in advance in order to have it ready so that I can post it. And then it's usually a quick stop by at a truck stop, rest area or something, grab my phone and put it over there, and half the time I don't even have time to introduce it. I just post it. Your time out here is a very precious commodity. You'll learn that. So, yeah, you can keep the faith out here and you can worship out here. If you're worried about a Sunday service, after a little bit, you'll be able to guesstimate where you're going to be on Sunday morning. Well, punch it up, find out what truck stops are in that area, and start calling them and ask them if they have a chapel. Or does anybody come in and provide Sunday services? Fuel Desk should be able to tell you. Some of them can't, but they should be able to. Then just make it a point to be at that church that Sunday and go to church. If you know you're going to be somewhere and they don't have any chapel services of any kind around there, well, with modern technology, look up your local churches, put in a call on Friday or something, leave a message, go on their website and say, hey, here's my phone number. I'm at this truck stop. I would appreciate a ride. And see if you can't get somebody to come pick you up. I had quite a bit of fun back when I went to a bunch of different churches out here. It was very educational. If you're open-minded and you have a gift of gab, I found it quite interesting to go to these different churches and talk to them about their thoughts. It's very eye-opening for you. Well, it was me. Very few of the churches have truck parking. There's some where you can get close to them. Let me warn you against not just whipping that big truck into a church parking lot. It will not be received well. Their parking lots are not made for a big truck. You will tear up their parking lot. They will not like you. So don't do that. You can find some churches that have empty stores by them or whatever, or a big parking lot by them, or a dirt lot by them. Yeah, you can hit some of them. If there's any kind of no truck parking signs, I would put a note in that window saying I'm at church services. That can be a little bit risky, because if the bad guy comes up and reads it and he looks at a watch, well, I got an hour to rip him off. Well, you do what you got to do. I don't know. I'm tired today. I'm not 100% at all. For some reason, I'm fighting a little bit of an ill spirit. And this video is not sounding anything like I've heard it sounding in my head all day. I'm sorry. Maybe in the next day or two, I will attempt to make another one for you, and maybe it'll be better. But I try to be a man of my word, and I told you a couple hours ago that I would make a video and talk to you about it. Here's this one. It's not a good one, but here it is. So go back and watch some of my videos in the archives, and there's several of them where I talk about networking and about going to church out here and all that stuff. You might have to watch a few of them to get the information that you're seeking, but I have made it available back there. And that videos probably sound a lot better than this one. With that, my brother, I hope this helped you even a little bit. Feel free to ask questions in the comments. And I'm sorry this wasn't a better video than what it is. I'm just totally shot out right now. Hey, remember, God loves you, and so do I. And if you keep talking to Him and asking, He'll show you a way to worship Him out here, and where to share the faith with who out here. You have a blessed evening. Good night.